Okay, yeah, okay. We got a video today from Antonio Talks, and I think this one's gonna be a banger, to be honest with you. Because of the title of it. So the title is Hypermasculinity and the Stupidity of Homophobia. I think this is actually gonna be pretty good. Let's see what Antonio's got in store for us.
Now, in today's video, we're going to be having a discussion about hypermasculinity and the stupidity of homophobia. And the reason
Okay.
I'm even doing this video today is because there was a great discussion that was going on TikTok and Twitter. Within America, a lot of people are noticing that within the TV shows and the movies that we watch, a lot of the actors that are playing Black Americans are not even Black Americans.
British.
For example, in the new Spider-Man movie, everyone was talking about this young man's performance. Like, they said he did a great job. And then they ended up doing an interview on him, and the nigga had a whole British accent.
Yep.
Now, y'all know I love everybody from the diaspora, so this doesn't really bother me. But in the back of my mind, I was like, this is kind of a trend that we notice with a lot of the TV shows and movies that we watch, right?
Okay.
You know, the dude from Snowfall, John Boyega from They Clone Tyrone, Idris Elba. Like, it's so many. Like, you was.
So I did notice that. I do have my own theory when it comes to that. And now that I'm even thinking about the actual title of what Antonio is talking about, we don't promote our children to really get into it. And it's sad because I think that we used to really have a good amount of actors, Black actors who really was in Hollywood, in movies, and now we really don't see that anymore. And now he's right. We do see an uptick of British actors. By the way, nothing wrong with them. They're really good, solid actors. But he's right. There is a huge rise in across the pond talent.
See them on the screen, they sound like a American ass that he British. It's funny as hell. Talented, by the way. Now, with the internet being the internet, people have came out with so many different theories. But one that really rings a bell, and it's not really a theory, is from what this one woman had to say on TikTok. She said the reason that so many of these actors are not Black American is because within America, the Black community clowns or calls Black boys gay when they involve themselves in theater or any type of art program.
And if we want more Black American men to actually play Black American men in movies, TV shows, all that stuff, instead of UK Black people, how about we always make sure that Black boys are in theater and in creative arts instead of calling them gay and weird? Yeah, your son loves to perform on theater. That's cool. And if he is gay, that's great.
Hey, that is a great point. Sorry
She
to
has a
chime
good
in
point
already.
there.
Fun fact about Lil Antonio, bro. I was in theater my junior and senior year. And looking back, I wish I would have embraced it more, you know what I'm saying? But I hated it, and I thought it was corny at the time. But I ended up doing like 2 or 3 plays, and the whole experience was actually fun. And just looking back, man, I wish we did have more programs. Or maybe we do have the programs, but
I think we do have programs. In all honesty, the same way how I'm an 80s 90s baby, right? So I was born in the 80s. There was a big time where music and other things, not just sports, not just entertainment in terms of like rap, but there were many programs that would get you situated and started, because I think at the time R&B was very big on the rise. And so you had people, I guess you can even say more in the church, or people who was just like learning to actually sing and things like that. And I know music is still more in the realm of entertainment, but there were people who actually wanted to like do drama courses and things like that. And I'm wondering, because how did we get to this point where men are basically saying that it's gay or whatever to get in the arts or whatever? But then think of all the people that we have and even had, now I'm thinking about it, who came from the arts. Person I'm thinking right now in my mind is like not Lawrence Fishburne, because I think he said he grew up doing that kind of stuff. Anthony Mackie is a person that I think about. I don't know if Denzel I don't know if he went to school for theater, but I thought it was something close to adjacent to that. But there are plenty. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick look up. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm right. We do have, or rather we had, depending on how you want to look at it, plenty of Black actors. And I'm going to focus on the male ones, right? So, for instance, Wesley Snipes came from a performing arts school. Go figure. Dave Chappelle comes from an art school. Who else is here? Chadwick Boseman came from an art school. Harvard on top of that. Who else? Michael B. Jordan come from an art school. Marlon Wayans, performing arts school, music and performing arts. Omar Epps, Vin Rames. Let's go. Like there are people. I mean, I'm gonna see more. I'm seeing more. This is crazy. But somehow I kind of agree. Like, we don't really promote our black youth to get into the arts, especially the men. And I think that's a damn shame because it's really hard to struggle to become a rapper or an athlete. And I'm not saying that it's less stressful to become an actor, but let's be honest. I think it's going to be a lot more sustainable of a goal to reach than shooting, for the less than 1%. No, that's just my thoughts. Well, as I'm thinking about this right now.
We just don't put our kids in it. Fun fact, people like Michael B. Jordan, they called him corny when he
Just
was in
said
school
that.
for trying to be an actor. Now look at him. Tupac, everybody's favorite rapper. He went
Tupac.
to a art school. In the black community, we have this such focus on putting our kids in basketball and football and being rappers. Like, it's so many different avenues for us to dive into. We have some talented ass brothers that probably would love to act their ass off, or even some of them that maybe know how to sing. But like the title of this video, man, hypermasculinity, it sets us back. If you're not this tough, masculine, angry all the time black dude, the sad part is a lot of people in the black community gonna look at you weird. And I love that discussions like this are coming out because maybe we can start changing that narrative.
That's great. Oh, your boy likes to go dancing. Love to see it. Your black son wants to be in ballet. Great, love to see it. Your black son loves to play instruments instead of going to football practice. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Your black son wants to do art.
And the thing is, bro, these avenues are more like you have a better chance of doing it than going to the NBA or going to the NFL. And it's better.
I just finished saying that because it's absolutely true. And by the way, think of the connections that you're gonna make along the way. Let's be honest. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Until you are actually, say, a college, in college collegiate sports, or you do fall into the league of a D1 or something like that. Just even in the area of drama, dance, music, theater, since we're more talking about theater at this point, think of all of the different people that you're going to run into. We're not just talking about other potential actors, actresses, and dancers, but also future filmmakers, future producers, future directors. To me, I would even advocate that you may have a larger threshold, a larger circle of rapport that you can build within the sports. Within the arts than you within sports, because you spend a lot of your time in the sports either when you actually are in practice with people, but outside of that, doing a lot of shit by yourself. And here, I think for the arts, you could be practicing a lot of stuff on your own for sure, especially for music. I can tell you that for sure. But when it comes to acting, you have to have a soundboard. You have to have partners. You have to do screen, like, practicing back and forth with people. So yeah, I think there's something to that. And you don't have to worry, by the way, you don't have to worry about breaking down your body, because sports is not easy. Do you understand, especially people who played like high school, college, before they actually got to the NFL, have already had so many injuries. They've already broken bones, already had shattered hands or clavicles messed up and all kind of stuff before they actually got into it. And we're not even going to talk about all the head trauma that people go through.
In the long term, anyway, you go to the NFL, you're gonna probably end up with goddamn CTE. If you do make it. NBA, it's like you gotta be over 6'5" or something now.
6'5", yeah.
It's getting, the entry to barrier is getting smaller and smaller for these things. So it's like, why not explore these other avenues?
Love to see it. Not every black son has to be in basketball, football, sports, on the fields. For the love of God.
You know what? And then let me just go with that too. Even if you want your sons, right, to go to sports, does it have to be basketball or football? Because let's be honest, people didn't even think that you can make it to become Tiger Woods until we saw Tiger Woods. Why is it you're not pushing for other sports? Why is it we're not seeing a big push for, say, people to play hockey? Hockey's still all over the place. You said you don't want to push for golf. Golf is too expensive. Is it me? I'm just going to put this out there. Is it me, or is it simple with the fact that we push for basketball and football because the barrier to entry is just so much lower? It's easy to pick up a football and it's easy to pick up a basketball and buy those things in the store. It's not easy to go out of your way, because you have to go out of your way to get, whatever, the hockey stick, to have a puck, to go to a place that's actually going to provide for that, to buy golf clubs. I just think the barrier to entry for these other sports are the things that people shoot for, because the other ones, not that they're not worthy goals to go after, but they're just not sought after because, quite frankly, the barrier to entry is just so low. I think a lot of people did not even think that Black people should even be going to tennis until we saw the Williams sisters, which is a shame. It really is.
Let them go into theater. Let your Black son play the violin. Let these little Black boys like cartoons. Can we do that? Can we let these little Black boys be little Black boys? And maybe they'll grow up to be amazing Black male actors.
I like the let them watch cartoons. Let them be. I remember when I grew up, I was just drawing a lot, and people thought that was boring, right? But if you look at today, right, what are people advocating for, especially Black people? They advocate for us to have more Black representation in comics or in cartoons. Well, if we had more early people who actually drew and actually act or voice over or whatever, like, maybe we would have had more representation. I mean, you can't talk about not having enough Black representation when it comes to superhero movies, right? But then we don't have enough Black actors, Black male actors, Black American male actors, right? Now we have to have somebody else from across the pond. No disrespect for them. They do a great job having to represent areas that they never actually lived in. Same thing. You want Black comments, Black comics. You want Black animes. You want all that stuff. You need people who are going to be able to do that, who are what? Culturally inspired to do so. That's not the stuff that's kind of pushed, though. Shame.
Maybe they'll grow up to be amazing Black boy singers and performers. Do you guys want to see more Black men be performing and do more whimsical things that you see every other race do?
Sure.
And it starts from the childhood. It starts from nurturing little Black kids to be who they are. Because what did Tyler, the Creator, say? Tell these Black kids they can be who they are. Dye your hair blue. Shit, I'll do too. Let these little Black kids be kids.
She straight up cooked with that. And even to touch on the thing that she was talking about, letting our kids do these other avenues, ballet, learning instruments, gymnastics. Y'all see how we dominate and take over all these other sports. Bro, imagine if we put the same funding behind what we did basketball and football into these avenues. Now look, right here we got a brother. This was back in 2023. But he ended up winning, he said first in the country. And just look at this, bro. I can imagine so many brothers if we put them in these type of things that we would dominate in, man. But being in gymnastics, all that's gay. Being in theater, all that's gay. Doing all this stuff is gay. It's literally setting us back, man. Gliding through the air, bro. And this like remind me of those brothers in New York that be on the bars doing all that crazy shit. Like, what if they was doing something like this, Now, we're gonna shift focus to homophobia and specifically Boosie, right? Boosie is a very interesting character because he always comes out the woodwork complaining about something being gay and confusing or messing up the youth.
Before he even gets into that, right? I said this a long time ago. I'm gonna keep saying it. People are still trying to use, especially Black men, are still trying to use gay men as the brunt on the front of their conversations for everything, right? But I'm like, they're not the brunt of your jokes anymore. They have more representation than anything else now. If anything, especially for you guys who are super homophobic, I see a lot of gay men who, quite frankly, I believe they have probably more rights than a lot of us straight guys. It's crazy the amount of support that they get. Because keep in mind, being a straight male is not looked at as a thing of pride now, which is wild, but I have to say it's a fact. I'm sorry, it doesn't just affect the white guys. It affects all men.
Going off in my DM, Boost, you gonna be part of the community with us? Nah, bro. I just feel like, they mad because the truth hurts, I come up under Tecmo Bowl. I never thought in a million years that I would see a Madden cover with one of the best players with his fingernails painted.
Oh my God.
A game that sold to billions of little boys.
Oh man.
What kind of message are they sending to these?
This is the thing you're upset about? Fingernails. Not how somebody plays, not how hard they work to, by the way, be in the league and even get on Madden, to get on a Madden cover, you're worried about his fingernails. Oh my God.
these little boys.
All
I
right.
never
See,
thought.
and this is what I talk about, like with the hypocrisy, bro. If you gonna have that same energy, talk about the rappers.
Facts.
Nigga, you. The message you talk
Who do
about
they
in your
fingernails?
songs.
Coloring their
All
hair.
the lyrics about killing these niggas, selling drugs, poisoning the community. Real shit that's actually affecting people. You know what I'm saying? Talk about some of your peers. I know some street niggas that they'll go listen to certain songs to get them hype before they go kill other niggas.
True.
I'm not talking about something I seen on the internet. I know actual dudes that do that. So this is what I'm talking about. They're so selective with the, oh, you're ruining the youth. They're talking about the youth. Talk about the real shit affecting the youth. The bum ass niggas on the block standing on the corner all day doing nothing. Poisoning you, selling fucking drugs. But you're talking about somebody painting their nails.
Right.
What message is this sending to the youth? That they can just be themselves, they can be free, don't give a fuck what nobody gotta say. That's the message is really. And if we being honest, a lot of people say I be eugenic sometimes with the things that I say. Hear me out. I think that we got too many kids. I think people have too many kids that they can't take care of.
Okay.
Niggas around here sleeping with these different women, getting different women pregnant, women opening their legs for all these dudes. Then the kids grow up dysfunctional, nobody watching them. They turn out bad. So shit, if it is a few more gay people that want to be gay and they don't have kids, that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? In the black community, we also got to stop demonizing abortions. Some people not fit to be parents.
Okay, so here's my thing about that. I can't really say I would be a person who would demonize abortion. I'm not. I agree. There are some people that just really should not be parents. But I do have a problem with people who are looking for abortion to be a form of contraception. Like that's the first shit they're going to. I have a problem with that. Same way how I'm going to have a problem with a lot of people who turn around and only want their kids to be in basketball, football. They don't even shoot for baseball, by the way. Another popular sport, another low barrier to entry sport, by the way. But then also we say things in our community, right? That black people are not a monolith, but only shooting for the very specific things. Football, basketball, rapper, dancer, drug dealer. It's like, you don't think you can't stretch a little bit? Then we have, like I said, we have to see people who did shit in the background to become something special. And then all of a sudden you want to celebrate them, right? Like the Williams sisters, whatever. But are you willing to go put your kids through school or through that kind of training so that they can become the next version of the Williams sisters? How many of y'all now putting your black kids in golf so they can become the next Tiger Woods? And why stop there at that sport? Why not move on to the next ones? Let's see where else we can get into. And I'm not saying that they're all going to dominate and conquer, but they can put up some pretty goddamn good stats to become what? Inspirational. Why not? What's stopping you?
I'm just saying. So, Boosie, when you talk about an agenda that they're pushing and the message they're sending to the youth, talk about your peers and talk about yourself.
True.
In a million years, I will see this. As parents, how much do they have to do for us to say that's not right? Us daddies gotta go tell these boys that we got raising them to be men.
And this is what it means. What does it mean to be a man? A man to these people is being hypermasculine. That is what they mean by being a real man. Oh yeah, I'm mean all day. I'm this, I'm that. What do you? That's what you consider a real man? A real man is somebody that take care of his family, loves his kids, and the people around him unconditionally, even if they are gay. A real man takes care of responsibilities. A real man handles business. Has nothing about being masculine. I'm sorry about that little rant right there, man. But homophobia is very stupid to me. I'll never understand it. Now, I want to bring up a touchy subject because if I would have did a whole video on this situation, I probably would have got called homophobic. But I do want to talk about a certain gay person that has been rubbing me the wrong way. And that is Saucy Santana. He has a song, Quiet on the Creek. And I think it refers to like
this guy.
Down low men and like you got to be quiet when you're talking to them type shit. I think that's what it mean. Mistake, like, get me, whatever the shit called, correct me if I'm wrong. But he has a whole song like that, right? And you got to hold your chest and you got to shake it. It's,
nigga, what?
You know what I'm saying? Not my cup of tea, but hey, do your thugger.
What?
It kind of goes into the thing of like Young Miami spin that and that type of music, which I am saying that like the black community, we gotta kind of move past that shit. The same way we gotta move past the kill drill type of music as well. But there was a clip of Saucy Santana doing his song, and it was in front of a bunch of little kids, and that shit was like, no, that's wrong. So right here, this is the video. He's in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black little girls, and
And I used to go fishing when I was a little girl. You gotta be real quiet on the creek.
As the only guy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just don't think this is appropriate
This
for
is not
children.
good.
That is my whole thing. I
It's
don't
not
care if the
good.
older women want to do it, other gay men, but to do this in front of little girls, I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's come on, bro. Always love.
There are parents, there are women. Let's be honest, it's mainly the women that are allowing their young daughters to be around this grown ass man to do shit like this.
Love for you people do, but when you start
Where are the
doing shit like
fathers?
this, it's a problem. And to be fair as well, if this was a black man, a straight black man singing rap lyrics about killing people in front of little kids doing that, I would have the same output. So don't try to hit me with them homophobic allegations.
Right. Instead of just being a whole bunch of women, they just be a whole bunch of young men, probably all wearing shiesties and shit, doing some other shit. It wouldn't be any difference. But again, I would still say, what the fuck is up with the parents?
That's all I gotta say. Now, to put the icing on the cake, there is a viral video going around of this man talking about. Let me just show y'all.
Niggas wanna fuck me, kids wanna fuck me.
Whoa.
Everybody.
He said, any words wanna F me, kids wanna F me. What the fuck? So, hey, gay community, I need y'all to double down on this. I'm not gonna make.
Pack this nigga up. Pack him up. Like you. We just gonna keep. I mean, and let's be honest, it's not the first time he's probably said something really this fucking degenerate. But we just gonna keep defending this kind of behavior, right? Too big to fail, too big to cancel. Is that what it is? You don't have any other celebrities that you could look at. This is the shit that you want, ladies. And I say ladies because it's mainly y'all. It's mainly y'all. It's gay men and it's even straight women that are into this shit. And you hear shit like that and you don't question it. Instead, you doing one of these. Fuck out of here.
Make no individual videos, not trying to get hit with homophobic allegations, but I had to talk about this because like I do care about the children. But no more talking, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Go check out Neglectful Parents and Street Culture.
That's a problem for me. It is a problem for me to see that because we say we want better for the youth. We say we want better for our culture. We say things like we want to be respected, or some people say get treated equal. I don't see many other people who are as loud on social media who say this kind of shit and then they get celebrated for it. But that's the video. You guys saw what it is. I have my thoughts. I'm pretty sure you're going to have your own thoughts. And we'll take it for the next one. See you then.